All right. So, welcome back to the White Lotus Society. It has been 7 years, 7 weeks since last we met. Um, it's been a long fucking time. The universe did not want us here, and yet here we stand. Mercy, you wasted your one good roll that you were gonna get this session. I can already tell. Look at that, 88. You're never doing that shit again. Um, so last time
Let's
we
roll, man.
last time we had a lot of stuff happen, a lot of moving parts. Um, this session will be starting with Lake and Chronos, so I will state, what happened last time. You guys finished, taking the train ride to get away from the Theosophical Society. You made it into the Chained Lands. You went through an old decommissioned train tunnel that led to train tracks that hadn't been used in a long time that wrapped around a mountain. While there, you had to fend off against a pack of Nightmare Falcons, Nightmare Hawks, that attacked the train. And Lake was saved just before crashing directly into a rock that would have hit him because as he was dangling below the train. And then you guys got off, and we switched over as you were doing that. Also, last time, Crosswise traveled with Riddle to go meet with Mary in the base that you guys have in the Golden Age Society. While there, Riddle discussed that they had whereabouts on where Graham was, and that he was going to lead you guys to an area in the Chained Lands that would lead to a portal to this city somewhere underwater. And you guys started heading off, and Osei and Lemisk, under the guise of Bartholomew and Claremont Johnson, went to go to this island to see this one-of-a-kind, once-in-a-lifetime magical anomaly that was occurring. It occurs once every 300 to 500-ish years, I believe, somewhere in that range. And they went there with the Truth Seekers. And while they were in the middle of the ceremony, people were taking turns to see if they could encapsulate some of whatever this power may be. And Osei disappeared after attuning to the power. We left off with him meeting the original King of Witches on an island in an undisclosed location. Today, we will be picking up from Lake, Chronos, and the Iron Wall getting off the train. So, you guys have, gone on this arduous journey and had to fight off a lot of nightmares. Lake was looking a little rough. Chronos tried. And
Almost dropped camp. Almost dropped Lake.
you guys got off at this old train platform at the top of a mountain in the Chained Lands. As you can see by the map, this does not appear to be what you know the Chained Lands to be. However, that is to be explained. See, the location that you are in is a giant mountain summit, the largest in the entirety of the Chained Lands, at least that you can see. When you get off of this train, you're in this old, dilapidated, rundown train platform, obviously, as you took an out-of-commission railway to get here. Obviously, this place nobody's been here in a while. You can see, upon leaving, that when you turn around, you see what appears to be the edge of the world. You see, rubble and just this infinite abyss that exists behind the location that you guys appeared from, behind the mountain that you guys took on the way here when you turn around. Realizing that everything that was here has been sucked up into the landmass that is under the Floating Dreamers Society, the floating city in the sky. you look up. It's very much larger than the last time it was seen. The last people who would have seen it would have been Crosswise and Osei, which would have been long ago. This would have been last season, so months ago. It is far larger now, and it is it is obviously eating the land from beneath it. So it has led to this edge of the world phenomenon abyss that seems to go on infinitely behind where you are. Who drew a face? Who did that? By the way, I do got a question. Who was it? Keep going. I want to see the face finish. Yo, mama? Is that what it's gonna say? Yeah. Yeah. But yes, you look out into the deep, infinite abyss that exists behind the location you guys have stepped out at. And you see behind you this like waves of rocks and rubble that are leading up into the sky above the location you're currently in. Realizing that even though there is a roof, like a platform above the place you guys are at, you can't see it, but you can tell that those rocks are leading above it. So you know that you guys are in a location that is directly under the floating city. So upon vision of this, which is unlike anything that any of you have ever seen, the iron wall immediately turns to both of you and goes, "You guys ever seen anything like that? What's the fucking deal? What is? There's an edge of the world. Is he like kind of like stops and ponders for a second. He looks at you guys. He goes, "Is the world flat? Is that what they're saying? Why does it look like that?" Chronos.
Yeah, my old man thinks the Earth is flat.
Does he?
Yeah.
Really? Why is that?
Yeah. I don't know. He's worried about a lot of stuff.
Okay. Well, how do we
He's like,
explain this?
I have no idea. I've never seen anything like that. I don't know. But Crosswise is from here, and he's always been nice, so.
Chronos,
It can't be that bad.
you're a living weapon. I mean, have you ever seen this like an infinite like limbo that kind of exists down there? That's you. Is that normal? That
I've never seen anything like this.
God damn. What is? I do like the alterations you're making to the face.
I was gonna say I'm too distracted by the face
Okay.
getting more detailed.
My bad.
Huh. Well, I guess we're not getting chased anymore. At least we know that for certain. Huh.
Yeah, we go down the mountain?
I mean, yeah, we can try to find a way down, I guess. You guys walk, down this like long path that exists on this old dilapidated train platform you guys are on. It leads like kind of far, like pretty far away from where you're currently at. That's a big ass ear. And you make it to the end. I'm not gonna have you roll nothing for that. You make it to the end and you make it outside. There is it's a tunnel. So at the end of it, like there is like it wasn't originally a tunnel. You can tell there was a door here originally, but it seems like there's Yeah, okay, you gotta stop, dude. I got ADHD. You can't be doing that shit.
Sorry.
It's like fucking with me bad. Okay. You can tell that this was not originally like this, but due to everything being sucked into the giant city above, that there's just now a giant opening at the end of this platform. You guys make it out there, and I want you all to roll a wisdom check for me when you make it outside.
100 mod. Oh my god, that is just Osei my goat wall. Hold on. Stats.
That's good. Yep, knew it.
Oh my god, bro.
God damn.
You spoke it into universe.
I just knew.
Oh,
It's I just had the read. So yeah. So you guys can tell from your checks. Well, Lake can tell that you guys are somehow being watched. It's funny that you did put little eyes there. You guys can tell that you're somehow being watched despite being able to tell that there's nobody nor a living thing in your current vicinity. But there seems to be a like very powerful magical presence around here that seems to almost like be watching you. Like an incomprehensible thing. Lake gets that. Chronos can't tell shit. It's funny because the check's an 80.
Oh my god.
You guys get it?
Yeah, get what?
It's like, I don't know. It feels like someone's looking over at your shoulder.
Feels like, let me roll wisdom for him, which is gonna be pretty low. No, I have no idea. I don't feel any. Are we being watched? He like starts looking around. Thought this place felt pretty empty.
Yeah, maybe we should. What did we have to do here? Let's just let's go quick.
Oh yeah. Well, we just need to find a way to get in contact with everybody so that we can meet with them again. Because I mean, we got the artifact we came here for.
Let's give me a sec. I'm gonna try and call Terminus. Guys, I have my earpiece, right?
Yes, you do have your earpiece. You can try to call Terminus. I want you to roll a raw D100. Oh, wow. Well, it would seem that in your fight against the monsters earlier, that actually when you go to press against your earpiece, it's not there, and you realize that it probably fell off when you were fighting the Nightmare Hawk earlier. When you were dangling from a chain from the train.
What?
No matter what
fuck?
it is, Lake fucking clears me, bro. Nat ones, bro, fucking clears me on. What is this?
Enough.
That's what happens when you're in the vicinity of Chronos, bro.
I'm going against the go, bro.
I have. Are me and Osei's spirits still connected?
That is a great point. Oh, especially in this area, actually. I want both of you to roll wisdom for me.
Please, fucking please.
That's huge. You might have just changed the game with that. Osei, roll wisdom for me. That might have actually, that's... So, okay, yeah, those are both... Wow, y'all have the same wisdom stat. Yeah, those both pass. Yeah, so You can actually tell that the tether between you and Osei is cutting in and out, but your spirits are still somewhat linked. You can actually feel that the magic in the area is kind of enhancing the tether when it does appear, and it feels almost as if he is somewhat close to you. It would seem that the magical properties that exist near the edge of the world here are very heightened, and you can also feel that your tether leads like kind of into the abyss that exists out there. So yes, your spirit is still connected to Osei, and you're actually in an area where it is connected like pretty strongly when it's not breaking up.
Okay.
Would you?
Uh,
What do you want to do with that?
I'm trying to figure it out. I wanna try and contact him somehow. I don't know, like, cause we're not really in a position to follow the tether, right?
No, the tether where it's leading you now would lead you into the abyss on the edge of the world right now.
Yeah.
However,
Man.
you could try to contact him using, because you know that it wouldn't harm him because his whole thing is purity. You could contact him through, like, trying to speak through, like, nightmare energy, like, into his mind.
Okay.
It would be a really hard
Alright.
check, though. It's a really hard wisdom check. Otherwise, you're just gonna contact nothing,
Okay,
obviously.
okay. Can I do that? But am I able to like use my I want to send a little bit of my corruption energy maybe through or whatever to like contact him.
Mhm.
But since this is stressful, since this is weight on my shoulders type
Yeah.
shit, can I go in the
Oh,
zone?
I like the use of zone. You
And get a little advantage.
you excel in high stress situations and can keep calm with the burden of others placed upon you. This is hardening your mental and giving you the ability to impose your will on others. With this, you can choose whether you're physical. Yeah, but since it's a skill, you can also you can use it in a roleplay context as well. So yes, I would allow you to enter the zone because this is a lock-in moment. This is in your mind, do or die. Uh, you will take a like large amount of mental damage for this, but it'll lower the check by a lot.
Understood, partner.
So, uh, you roll me wisdom, and above a 90, you can get in contact with him somewhat.
Lord.
Holy
All right, what's the
shit.
damage?
The damage is only 100 because you succeeded.
Okay, here.
If you had failed, it would have been 200.
L.
So yeah, you will take 100 mental because you drained yourself to lock in. So there's gonna be some weird time stuff going on here, especially with like the current situation Osei is in.
Mm-hmm.
So the version of Osei you're gonna be talking to will be after what happens to him later in this session.
Okay.
So Osei, this is you locked in. That I like that. So Osei, you are in the midst of this island, the island that you met the first Witch King on, and you have without stating everything that's going to happen in your section later, obviously, I will tell you that at this point in time, you are very like spiritually attuned right now, which is why what Cameron said mattered. You're like you're technically in the spirit realm right now. You feel the tether that you have connected to Lake as some nightmarish energy comes through it and then cleanses itself before reaching you as it reaches the end of the tether, appearing in your mind as a signal from Lake. And him being able to speak into your mind using his nightmare energy. Lake, what would you like to say?
I don't know where you're at, bro. But we got a situation over here. We kind of so me and Mercy did a heist.
Chronos. Chronos is Mercy's character.
Me and Chronos
There
did
you
a
go.
heist.
Yeah.
And we're here with Ironwall. Say hi, Ironwall.
You're the only one connected, but Ironwall says hi to you in real time.
Ironwall says, "What up?" We desperately need your help. We're on top of a mountain right now. Everything around us is fucked. Like, you'd have to be here, but I'll take a picture.
Take a picture.
And yeah, I don't know. I'm getting this weird energy over here, which seems like something that you might be hype about anyway. Because I know you do all that witch shit, which is cool. By the way, I don't get it, but I think it's really sick. I just want to say. Not
Your
my
Lake.
thing, still really cool. Oh,
I appreciate your call. Feels like it's been a while. But
sorry, I didn't think that. I thought this was voicemail.
No, he could contact back. He is in the spirit
That's-
realm right now. Like he is
This is really cool.
Yeah, he's logged in. That's why what you
need
said
you.
mattered.
I appreciate that information. I too am in a certain situation that might be similar. But yes, I'm curious to where your whereabouts is. Maybe I could locate if we are close.
We're in the Chainlands, kind of looking at the edge of the world. We're at a train station. It's just I don't even know if it would still be on a map. This place is clearly out of use. Top of a mountain.
Osei, roll int plus wisdom for me. The check for this one's pretty hard, but you might get something cool here. That is good. 140 is good. I did not remember how high your int was. Yeah, 140 is good. So you can tell Osei, with him saying that he doesn't know. He said he didn't know if you'd be able to reach here or not. You can tell that the tether with him that you have is very strong in its current state, and it would take a while and you won't be able to help him immediately, but you can track his location using his tether from where you're currently at.
I'm sensing that you're not too far off, but I will be able to find where you are. It may take me a while.
Thank God. Yeah, it's I mean, we're good. It's not cold or anything, but just a creepy overall area. And we're tired. I got beat the hell out of by this mountain earlier. We got a lot to catch up on.
And you said you're
But
with
Chronos
Chronos?
and the Iron Wall.
Send my greetings to Chronos and Ironwall, and I'll be there. I promise.
Yeah. I'll let them know, of course.
Sick.
Of course.
Yeah, that's OD. It's very funny because Osei's like, yeah, tell him I say hi, and he's like, who the fuck is Ironwall? That's funny.
He says hi to you guys. Ironwall, you know Osei.
I've heard of him. Yeah, heard of him. He seems cool. He fought a dragon. I remember that. That was on the news.
Gotcha.
Oh, says
keep
my goat.
forgetting
Tell him
you're
I
new.
said hi.
Well, that's not how we're off now.
Yeah, there's disconnecting.
I thought it was like a phone call, you know.
Dude, I did too. I did too. But no, it was like a weird. It was in my head.
Was it like one of those string phones, you know?
I don't know. I don't think.
Like you had
I
a
don't know if
can
I'm
with
gonna do
string
that
on it?
again. Like extremely personal.
I don't know if I'm doing it again. So yes, as you guys finally walk out of this tunnel you've been standing at the front of this entire time, you walk outside, and what you see is this very dead, like desolated, ruined area. This mountain's very high up. You get a good view of the land where you're currently at, and it seems like there's weird magic everywhere. The land itself seems like corrupted. It's very like dead, desolate. And obviously the area behind you guys is like slowly, very slowly. You can tell it's happening, but like it's not gonna immediately catch you guys or anything. You can tell that the area that you guys are in is like slowly being absorbed into the land that makes the land of the floating city. It's basically turned into a small floating continent at this point in time. And you guys realize, looking up, that you are directly under the floating city in the Chainlands. And when you look, past it in the distance, way past it to the west, you see this like giant, vibrant aurora appear like far, far away from you guys in the sky. And when you see it, I want you guys to roll dex for me, looking at it. Well, look at
Holy
that.
shit.
You did something.
Massive.
I actually helped.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yep.
look at that. Yeah. You
Again, you body swapped you.
see
22.
this. You see this aurora
Hmm.
kind of begin like forming into small, like very small fractal patterns on the surface of it. As you guys like see it from a distance, you see it have these small fractal like patterns on it, and this like, it kind of looks like a ribbon slowly being like cut. And upon seeing this, you actually see what you notice, Chronos. Aside from those patterns, is there seems to be a light emanating from somewhere near you guys in the ground, not in the sky. And then you see a light shoot up into the aurora that is forming in the sky. And as you notice that, this light that you see on the ground would have appeared for a brief moment, like slightly above the ground, I'll say. It appears like to the north of where you guys are at, slightly above the ground, before dissipating. And then when you look at this aurora again that is forming over there, you see these fractals start getting bigger and bigger until eventually you guys both hear this like loud boom. It's kind of like thunder, but it's got like a magical sound to it. It's a very like frightening sound. It's the largest explosion you could hear without it damaging your fucking ears. And the aurora kind of takes on the appearance of like a shattered glass type formation. The fractals are no longer just small, like repeated patterns on the aurora. It turns into like this giant shattered type deal. And then you see this, like the light that you saw earlier. You see a giant pillar of light from below the aurora shoot into it before opening this giant hole in the sky and then immediately closing, and then you see the fractals kind of reappear on the aurora, and then the aurora dissipate and then turn into those small fractals and start heading towards the giant floating city that you guys are under. And you can tell, because of your dex check as well, not only did you notice the light to the north, but you can tell that those little fractal patterns are like crystallized spiritual magic. You can't tell of what or from what, but you can tell that it has the same energy as, say, like a living weapon. And so after this event has occurred, you guys on the ground, like far beneath the mountain from where you guys are at, you can see some of the chains that, there's like hundreds of giant chains wrapped across the entirety of the ground of the chain lands. You see a few of them start moving. Almost as if they're being pulled, and they like move slightly and then stop again. And so I will ask you guys, upon noticing everything, you noticed, this huge event happened to the west. You notice this light that appeared to you guys to the north, and you can see to the east, because it's the direction that you were facing when you got out of the tunnel, that there was a way down the mountain to the east. So the question is, do you want to go to the west to follow that strange anomaly you saw in the sky? Do you want to head to the north to follow that light you saw, or do you want to head to the east to go down the mountain?
I want to go see the fractal shit.
Yeah, I want to get in some
The
action.
west?
I want to scrap. Yeah.
The west.
Okay, so you guys begin, after seeing this occur, you guys want to head towards where that pillar of light that shot into the sky came from, because obviously that's the source of whatever caused what happened. Despite the fact you can tell that the fractals eventually, like the pattern in the sky, went to the floating city, you obviously don't want to immediately engage the floating city.
Yeah.
So you start heading west, and you see this small path that exists between these like two rock faces, and it's like the small passageway between these big ass rocks. You guys can't tell what lies past it, but you can make it through, no problem. Fine. You get to it, and you slide down a slope upon making it through this small passageway that existed between these two large rocks. You slide down a slope. It's not like a super steep slope, so you're not like in danger or anything. But what you see as you slide down the slope is, in that same direction you saw the pillar of light appear and the whole weird magical thing happen in the sky, you see multiple points appear in the sky, almost like a constellation, but very bright. So these constellation-esque lights appearing in the sky, that all seem to be somewhat connected to each other. And then you see a few of them do the whole shattering thing, break. No explosions this time, but they break. They're far smaller than the Aurora thing. They break, and then you see some type of energy that you can't make the form of feed into the floating city. And you can tell that this is just a thing that's happening here. So as you guys take note of that, you make it down this little slope that you slid down, and there is a path in front of you that continues. You're very high up right now. You wouldn't want to try to climb down from here. So the only path that you have in front of you is this giant, very steep part of the mountain that is in front of you that you have to climb up. So you guys can choose to climb up it if you wish, or if you're this is basically your lock-in to determine if you actually want to go west or not, right here. So if you guys do want to do anything else, you can, but once you climb up this thing.
I've been never
I'm
not
good to
no
go. I
bitch,
just
actually. I'm not no
is
bitch.
I'm not
Go
no
up.
bitch.
Go up the
oh, you'll
mountain.
be able to
We go up the
to
mountain.
track our location still, right?
Yeah. Osei will be able to track your
Okay, cool,
location no
cool,
matter
cool.
what, currently.
Okay, cool.
This is actually
Cool,
the
cool.
best. I'll tell you right now, this is the best direction to go for him tracking your location. So, you guys will roll strength for me then. Roll strength for climbing.
I love gambling. Talking about going up the mountain. Not strength. Strength's pretty high.
It shouldn't be too hard, yeah. 98's fine. No.
So you know about that Captain Ginyu body swap I was talking
Yeah,
about?
you gave the
Stuff
body
and
back.
shit?
You gave the body
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
So you. Roll me Agi to see if you recover quickly or not. Because if you recover quickly, then you can just roll strength again. But if you don't, then your Agi is so good that this would be rough if you didn't. Okay, yeah,
okay.
you begin to slip and then catch yourself, and you're able to continue to keep climbing. Go ahead and roll strength again. It's like not even a hard check. It's just literally 60. Literally 60 is fine.
Okay. We're locked.
You make it up top, and you can tell that this is the highest point of the mountain that you guys are on. Upon being there, if you look behind you, it is the view that exists on the map. If you look forward, you see not the entirety of the Chained Lands, because it is an entire continent, but you see a vast majority of the Chained Lands from here. This is like the highest point you could be on. You can even make out the giant fucking like city-esque library that exists here for the witches. And actually, speaking of the library, you guys roll dex for me, because you see the library, but do you see the library? Ooh.
I'm seeing it. Yes,
Yeah,
right there.
y'all are seeing it. You
Yes, right there.
guys
You
can
wanna see it?
tell that there is some form of large-scale attack on the Library of Hiram right now. This library has hella forbidden knowledge. It is basically Mecca for the witches. All of the
Library.
everybody that is a witch makes a pilgrimage there, works there, studies there for like years. Like Osei's character stayed there for like 10 years before meeting you guys. So it's like a super important place. And it's not a secret, it's just nobody does anything about it because it's in the Chainlands. You can also tell that it's magical warfare happening because you had such good rolls. It's magical warfare happening. There is like large scale magic attacks being done from both parties involved. This seems like a very large scale conflict. And you guys see that if you continue, there's like a few more large rocks that you can pass through. And that's really the only option of like an area you have to go to right now. But upon taking note of the whole thing with the library, you guys can tell that specifically Lake, because you had such a high dex roll, I won't even make you roll wisdom for this. You can tell that there is some form of nightmare energy there. So there is definitely like somebody attacking there that's like fucked up.
Gotcha.
If you guys continue, you guys continue forward, rather, and as you guys kind of continue past these like rocks, as you're on the steepest part of the mountain, now there is like a little bit of an area you could get down from here, but it would take a lot of climbing and it looks really annoying. But you guys make it to the edge of this area. But as you do, there is the sound that you guys heard earlier, this very large explosion that happened with the aurora. You hear it again, but you don't see anything that causes it. You hear it again, and the mountain below you begins to shake. You are getting earthquake, giga earthquake right now. Mega magic earthquake. Not a average everyday earthquake. This is a mega magic earthquake happening. And because of that, the ground beneath you guys begins to kind of like crack and fall apart. But it doesn't fall entirely. You guys don't get thrown off the mountain, but you can tell that this hasn't stopped, and it's been going on for like a minute. So you guys kind of have to continue forward knowing that this is something that could happen. So I want y'all to roll strength agi for me. Ooh, that's good.
Oof.
Oh, so you guys are walking on this path that exists on this mountain, and you're realizing that like it's not man-made. Obviously, this is just like a natural path that's formed, but you realize that it does kind of naturally lead to like this little crevice in the mountain that you could climb down from like decently safely. And as you guys are, walking forward, the ground begins to fall beneath you finally begins to give way after like 5-ish minutes of this happening nonstop. And you begin to fall with it. But as this happens, Chronos obviously just makes it into this like small pocket, this little crevice that exists that seems a decent bit more secure than the ground you guys are on, and holds himself up in it. And Lake begins falling with the ground as it crumbles beneath you guys. However, I will roll this. However, the iron wall is able to kind of like, he jumps over to Chronos here, and I'm going to say, for the sake of argument, since he was able to pass the check to jump over, that he is able to catch Lake as he's falling. But I do want you to roll agi for me, Lake, to see how fast you respond to this. You respond decently fast because your base agi is 50. So you respond decently fast, and you are able to take hold of Ironwall's hand. That actually did just barely pass, otherwise we'd have had a whole ordeal happen if you'd have rolled below an 80. But yeah, he is able to take your hand and help you into this area that Chronos and him are in. And all three of you will begin to slowly like climb your way down this little like hole in the mountain that exists. I want y'all to roll strength endurance for this one, because it's about holding yourself up as well while you're like making it down the mountain, because you're holding yourself in between two rocks. That's okay. That's also, there you go. Yeah, both of you are able to slowly climb down as the crumbling and the earthquake doesn't entirely stop, but it begins to die down as you guys are, climbing down. It's a little bit sketchy. Starts making some rocks fall while you're going. But all in all, it is decent. You guys make it down. That is true. You guys make it down. And you are like kind of, you're exhausted at this point. Like, fuck. And as you guys get to the ground here, you guys look to the sky and see some magical sentries, like automatons, begin like kind of flying overhead. Some of them descend on the ground, back where you guys came from, like on top of the mountain and stuff. And they're descending from the floating city. You, after seeing this, you guys, will roll me an agi check for stealth to, not get detected by, well, when he needed it most. Yeah, and Lake does. Okay, so Lake is able to like move ahead as you guys see two of these automatons floating by. He moves ahead, gets in between some rocks near the foot of the mountain now that you guys have successfully climbed down. And as, Lake instinctively moves over there, Chronos, being not a very stealthy individual, begins like walking by the hiding spot that Lake has just hidden behind to make sure he didn't get spotted. And I will roll to see if both of them notice you. They will have advantage here because you fucked up the roll. So we are going to see one of them notices you. Two of them notice you. Okay. So both of the automatons descend upon you guys' location. Not initially realizing that Lake is even there. Because they see Chronos, who has walked not super far away from Lake, but has walked past the area that Lake is hidden in, and Lake is sitting there with the knowledge, like, okay, this guy just did that. For the sake of it being funny, because I forgot to do it for Ironwall, I'm just going to say Ironwall hid with Lake. Because it's funnier. And these two automatons descend down on you guys' location. And there is, no words from the automatons as Chronos, both of them begin shooting fire at you out of compartments in their arm. They are in the air.
One in the face idea.
They are in the air above you, probably about 20-ish meters off the ground. And their flamethrower attachments seem to extend very far. So what do you want to do here as they begin shooting fire at you?
Oh man. What to do against fire? I'm not flame resistant.
No, you're not flame resistant.
If I wanted to stick with my rush at them idea, I'm pretty sure I would be roasted.
You would take
before
damage,
respawn.
for sure. I mean, you do have, like, harder skin because you're a living weapon. But do you want
I
to
do.
test it?
I'm a gambling man.
Oh my god.
Cronus a gambling man, actually.
Okay. So, alright. Roll me. You know what? I will allow you to face check this. Roll me endurance.
I got the stamina for it.
Roll me endurance.
I bet.
We're gonna see how these wisdom rolls do you.
Hmm.
Okay. Alright. You got lucky. One of them entirely missed because of how bad that was. Wow. Okay. So one of them begins shooting in your vicinity. And as they do, they get distracted because they can sense that there is some other magical presence here, but can't find the location of it. That would obviously be the magic that Lake gives off. But Chronos, the other one, is blasting your ship back with a fire blast from its arm. It hits you. You think that you're able to, like, walk through it normally because, you've dealt with your fair share of monsters that breathe fire. Why would this be any different? You can tell that this is not just any fire. and Lake could also tell this. This is kind of a weird homunculus situation going on because this magic seems to be corrupted. It seems to be some form of corrupted flame. Not necessarily nightmarish, but it's not too dissimilar from nightmare magic. And as it hits you, it has force behind it and pushes you back. And it will deal 30 stamina. Straight up. That shit is no flat defense is being factored in there. That shit is doing 30 to you.
Right.
And the other one, I will roll dex with the other one. It's gonna be very low. I will roll dex with the other one to see if it can detect the other magic that's around. It cannot. I needed to roll pretty high because Cam and Ironwall are hiding pretty efficiently. So the one that isn't searching, that blasted you back, begins, immediately rushing towards you. Chronos is still in the air, but it's flying towards you, like charging at you. And it's still like decently far away as you're trying to get up after getting your shit handed to you. What do you do as you see it begin like charging towards you from the air?
May I try and jump up and grab it out the air? Slam it down to
You would have to time it, so I'm gonna need you to roll me Dex Agi.
Dex Agi.
Dex Agi. That's a good roll. Yeah, fuck it. It begins charging at you, and as it charges forward directly towards you, you jump into the air and appear in front of it, or in front of the location that it begins to stop itself at, almost as if you were able to read where it was going to stop itself before it got there. As it gets there and notices you in front of it, you grab it by the head, what would be its head. These automatons are pretty big. They're probably like 7-8 feet-ish. They're like pretty large, like, big mechanical magical golems, basically. And you grab it by its head, and I want you to roll strength for me upon grabbing it.
47.
Yep. There you go. Yeah, you're able to grab it by the head, and you slam it directly into the ground from the location from which you jumped up from. As you do, you realize you may have overdone it a little bit as the ground beneath you begins shaking again, and there is a giant crater left where you have left this creature in the dirt. It does not get up, but I want you to roll endurance for me. Yeah, you're good. The reason for the earthquake is soon realized as you begin to realize that this creature is also somewhat of a magical bomb. You're decently far away, probably like 40-ish meters away from where Lake and Ironwall are behind this rock, because you got blasted back. And you see this creature begin to explode. This automaton explodes while you are standing there. And you realize the reason for the earthquake this time was not necessarily something that is unknown like it was before. You realize that it was this thing, expelling so much magic into the ground that it began to shake beneath you as it exploded. But you take minimal damage from it, all things considered. You're able to kind of protect yourself from the blast, plus you have your naturally hardened skin. So you take around 70, but with flat defense. So this creature goes off.
16?
Huh?
70 minus 16, is that how
Yeah,
that defense works?
correct. So this automaton explodes, and the other one begins moving towards you as it has given up on looking for the source of the other source of magic that existed. It flies past the rock that Ironwall and Lake are hiding behind and begins barreling its way towards you. And I want you to roll Agi. And I'm just gonna roll a 10 for this thing.
Ooh,
Wow,
there
it
is.
outspeeds you. That's hilarious. Godspeed, by the way.
Yeah.
Wait,
There it is.
you didn't factor in Godspeed.
I don't think I did actually.
You didn't add it, yeah. You have
Oh
the
yeah, plus 10
plus
active
10.
rolls. I have expert.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
you still aren't faster.
Jesus.
Okay. This
Boss
automaton.
character in lore, boss character in game.
Yeah, true. When the villain joins the party. This automaton barrels towards you, and as it does, you see this its arm begin to mold itself into a saber, but it seems to have some like raw electric current running through it, and it like hits you with this electric saber directly across your face because you are not able to react fast enough to this automaton coming towards you. I want you to roll endurance for me. Now roll a raw D100 as well. Okay. You are hit by this creature and it fucking hurts. It does hit you in the head. It hits you across the face with this electrically charged saber. This will also have flat defense on it though. It will deal roughly like 50 minus your flat defense. You do not get paralyzed. By the creature. And you can attempt to do something now that it has hit you. Even though that shit hurt.
It's rough. Is it still in sword form?
Yeah, it still has a sword out. Yeah.
Oh, it has its sword out.
Yeah, it has
Interesting.
its arm turned into a blade.
Oh, okay. I got you.
So yeah, it is still like that.
Shattering First question mark? You're gonna just beat the fuck out of it.
You can attempt. So what did you want to do?
Basically just flavored Shattering Fist.
Oh, Shattering Fist.
Yep.
Yeah, you can roll Agi just to see how fast you are. See if you can do it before it has a chance to respond.
Yeah.
I will have it roll this to see if it responds or not. It does not have a response. It had the chance to, but it did not get the roll. So yeah, you take the hit, and as you fall back a little bit, you plant your feet on the ground and enter your stance. And slowly move your arms to both of your sides before taking a deep breath and letting out a flurry of hits on the automaton that sits in front of you. And this will roll strength. Actually, this does matter. Roll strength here.
Oh my. Oh my goodness. 1-for-1. 1-for-1 with good old Lake here.
Yeah, it's rough.
How much time do I got left, Doc?
You begin
Straight.
throwing this like almost stand flurry-esque barrage of blows into the chest of this automaton, And as you do, you can tell that like the creature is being beaten by it, like it is doing something. But every time you hit it, it begins expelling magical energy that's running through it, probably because of the current that currently exists in its sword. So because of this, it's basically like a magical circuit, and obviously you can tell that they kind of are because the last one exploded when you killed it. And so every time you hit it, there is electrical energy flowing directly into your hands, into your body. So I want you to roll me Agi here to determine what happens next or something. Okay, the Agi roll's good. So you begin doing this flurry, and each hit does damage directly into you without flat defense because it is magic entering your body, especially electricity. So for 3 hits, which is what Shattering Fist does, it does... What is that? That's...
Forgot to add the +10 to that again. Because I believe that was Agi.
What? Yeah, it does 40 per hit. So you're taking 3 hits of 40 going directly into your body. You should live from that, but it's rough.
It is rough.
The Agi...
Rocket stock?
It does proc install, but that does not... It won't end up mattering. You're fine.
It won't end up mattering.
You're good. You knock this creature away enough to be able to actually lock in and activate your Godspeed and move fast enough to avoid the explosion as it occurs and end up right next to a lake in a manner which kind of surprises him, as you were at one moment just hitting this creature, and as it explodes, you're already in front of the spot that he's at. So you have instantaneously moved over in time to avoid the explosion. And the Iron Wall looks over at you, and he kind of smiles for a second, but then he looks at you and kind of, like, you can tell that he's impressed, and he's like, I'm surprised they call me the Iron Wall.
Welcome back.
That shit look like it hurt.
It did in fact hurt. I'm just more surprised, like, did come out here. He's just kind of grabbed the popcorn, watch me get my ass beat. But it's alright.
Well, I thought you had
By the
it.
time I realized I could have done something, he bursted right past me. The guy was quick, man.
Yeah, I had full faith in you, to be honest.
Side note, real quick, did you take a picture of that nice ass scenery when we were on top of the mountain?
He did. He took a picture
Yeah.
when he was talking to Osei.
Hell yeah.
Nice as... Well, scared the piss out of me.
Anyways, those automatons were pretty scary. I don't know about y'all.
They were fine from over here.
Yeah, they
That
seemed...
fire kind of hurt.
I feel like I could have... feel like it would have been that big of a deal to me, but... Anyways.
You alright, though?
Yeah, are you good?
Yeah.
Was that
little
knife
bit
like a
banged up, but-
taser, or what was up with that?
It had electricity. That shit also hurt.
Dude, that's the worst.
They were like magic, bro. They kind of like blew up because of magic. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I guess we keep going.
Have you ever seen
Yes,
Gundam?
please.
Huh? Have you ever seen what, Chronos?
Have you ever seen a Gundam?
A Gundam? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Gundam.
No, don't worry about it.
I think I have family there.
Oh, yeah. That would make sense, actually. It might be some place I never heard of. Is it like a food?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know what? I'll explain later. I'll explain later.
And you guys continue forward as you, see the road, eventually you reach a road after passing by a few of the giant chains that are beginning to, kind of move back and forth on their own a little bit, almost as if they're cutting into the earth itself. You find a like road that you would think leads to the library based on what you saw. And as you get to this road, there is a strange movement in the air in front of you. For an area that's entirely dead and still, you see in front of you like ripples in the air that look not too dissimilar, like to what you would have seen after leaving after leaving the underworld. How the air kind of had waves to represent where the portal was, but it wasn't. But it wasn't the portal anymore because you didn't have a reason to go back. And as you get there, you see two individuals begin walking through this ripple in the air. And as they do, the story goes over to Crosswise. Crosswise.
Yo.
You and Marion Riddle have begun your quest to go to the Chainlands to find this secret area that Riddle was discussing that leads to this portal that you guys need to find out about. And so you guys are like, okay, we're gonna hop on a train, right? We're gonna hop on a train. It's the fastest method to travel in this region. You know, let's just hop on a train, have a grand old time. So you guys get on a train, and you make it a good little bit into the Golden Age Society. Before you get stopped, the train stops. And you look out the window to see what all the commotion is. And you see that there's hella officials, there's like military people here. And there's a lot of people here basically at this like what would be the train like stop where the train would normally stop, a little bit away. And you see, a few of them begin walking towards the train, and you guys aren't in the car that is connected to the conductor or anything, but you guys can tell that they entered that car probably to speak to the conductor. And so some people start getting off of the train here just because they're bored, sick of waiting, whatever. And as they do, you guys see like what seems to be like a noble or a military official of some kind walk into the door. And kind of says, like, hey, we're telling every car this individually, but all train activity in the region is halted currently. So, sorry for the inconvenience, but you must find another method of travel from here. Trains are closed for now. And as this happens, like, Mary kind of looks a little bit upset and then walks over to the guy, which is, never a good sign. And she kind of questions him, and she's like, why are all the trains closed down? And he looks at her and he's like, oh shit, okay, you're somebody that outranks me technically, so I have to tell you. And so he explains that due to a very large scale heist that has occurred on a train that was for something very important, no trains are allowed to move in the region anymore currently. It's all closed down until they can find the runaway train. To which Crosswise immediately is like, ah, yes, my boys. that's them.
Yeah.
And so, that's a little annoying, but you guys get off the train and begin to travel on foot. deeper into the Golden Age Society to make it to the Chainlands with, following Riddle. But when you guys get out of the train, you see a familiar face, Crosswise. You see a familiar face. Somebody who would be working very closely with the military here. And I will roll to see if she notices you.
Okay.
Because this could be very funny. Her... And this is pretty high, so she should notice. Yeah. She sees you, Riddle, and Mary all walk out of the train nonchalantly together. And she's in the middle of a conversation, and you see her stop talking and begin walking over to you guys. But, like, very hurriedly. There is a crowd of people around, so,
What is her?
Angry
The roll
mom.
notice her?
No, you can tell she's there. It's very, very present.
Ch-
But what your internet's cutting out a little bit. But what do you want to do is there anything you want to do? Is there anything you want to say? Like you can formulate a plan for what to do with her here now. You can talk to Mary. You can do whatever before she appears. As long as you can formulate a plan, that's all that matters. Oh, did his internet actually die? I think it might have. No, that would suck. Cause then it would be just like the session that we had on Saturday, where my internet was dying. Well, not last Saturday, but the Saturday before. Oh.
I'm on speaker of my phone real quick. Yeah, my internet did do the funny.
Yes.
Exactly the same.
Yeah, it's exactly the same way. That's what happened to me on 2 sessions ago. But yes. So luckily your section will not have any true combat, so you're probably good.
Yeah, it's chill as long as my audio is not horrible. But
your audio is, I mean, it's fine. But yes.
Okay.
You can
I
begin to
would
formulate a plan.
I would like to kind of sort of go, hey, act pretty enthused and introduce her to the group, intentionally, like I'm being a friendly coworker.
Yeah, okay. She walks over, and as she's about to begin to speak, staring directly at you, you do that. She opens her mouth to talk, and you're like, hey, how's it going, Raina? Yeah, so this is Mary. This is Riddle.
Yeah, hey, this is my apprentice in a sense. We had a good fight at the last event that happened in the White Lotus Society.
Raina looks at you, and her eye starts twitching. She can't do what she wants to do because there's a large group of people here. But she looks at you and looks at Riddle and looks at Mary, and she goes, soon enough there's gonna be a bounty for you around here. You pissed me off with that little stunt you pulled the other day. And then
Specifically?
You and your party, I guess. I guess Mary would not be an exception either. It's her people. And she kind of stares at Mary.
I see.
And then she looks at Riddle and she goes, you're also harboring a criminal. I could arrest you currently as it stands.
Criminal. Okay.
Yes, Mercy, that is exactly what happened. She got tripped and fell on her face while trying to confront a criminal, being Riddle. But
Yeah.
She looks at you, she goes, so why do you harbor a criminal?
he just looks like a criminal. He's not actually a
Really?
criminal. It's kind of weird.
Looks like a
Yeah.
criminal. A guy that you and me both found at a burned down village.
Yeah, pretty normal.
Interesting.
Look, you know about how people are and making up stories and stuff, but I'll tell you, yeah, he did a couple things, mostly just trying not to get persecuted. He escaped. We non-conflictingly escaped initially. They sent people after us. You know, they shot at us. I said, we ran away at first. It was pretty normal. Like there was no direct conflict. In fact, they shot at their own guys a lot of times. It got pretty crazy.
So you expect me to believe that there's no significance between this guy who's run around killing nobles, calling himself Graham, and being hunted down by people?
I think that those nobles were probably bigger criminals, to be honest.
Yeah, well, I'll roll for her here because that's actually not a bad idea. I'll roll int for her. She does not see reason at all. She goes, interesting. So you want me to believe that a man who would willingly imply his own justice on people who may or may not be criminals is not, inherently evil? Is that what you're trying to argue with me right now, Cross?
Absolutely. I'm a straightforward person myself.
Those things on business. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay. So, and you want me to let you, Graham, and Mary go in a crowd of people right now?
No, you can chill if you want. I'm not making you do anything.
You guys could be dangerous to the public that are currently here. Although I don't believe Mary
We
would be. Mary has
could.
a track record to prove that she won't be.
I think my track record's pretty good.
Yeah, your track record is pretty good. I had to think about it for a second. I'm not even gonna roll int for that. Yeah, your track record's pretty good, yeah. I am a leader of one of the teams, so I would know. Okay. I'm gonna coin flip a decision for her. I'm gonna coin flip to see if she chooses to let you guys go with Graham, or if this is gonna turn into a whole different ordeal. Heads is 1, 2 is tails. Nighlin, what do you call for safety? 2? Well, she kind of sighs and walks away from you guys, for a little bit. But she's kind of side-eyeing you guys the entire time. And she goes, yeah, I'll let you guys go. As she begins to walk away. You guys begin to make your way through this, checkpoint that you guys are at. And as you guys begin to make it towards the exit of the checkpoint, because you got a 1 instead of a 2, you guys attempt to leave, and you notice that a lot of the military police that are here begin closing in on the exit of the checkpoint as you guys are making your way there. It doesn't seem that there's a clear route to get past them with. I suppose you could go into the town that this area is connected to and try to find a way to weasel your way through town to get past them maybe. But otherwise you gotta walk directly through a decent amount of military police. None of the actual members of her squad are here. It's just she's also the leader of like the military in the region, so.
Gotcha. And they're looking for particularly me and Riddle, but especially Riddle.
You aren't for certain, but you have a feeling, an inclination that she may have made a call that there would be suspicious individuals and dropped you guys' name.
Gotcha.
You get the suspicion of it, but you're not 100% certain if it's for you or not.
That's fair. I think my strategic mind would think it might be best, and I mentioned this to Mary and Riddle,
Mm-hmm.
it might be best if we hide Riddle amongst, like, me, and then Mary, you check the checkpoint, see if they even check you, and I'll look out from afar. If it looks like a big amount of conflict or whatever, when you pass the checkpoint, just stretch, and I'll get the impression that it's pretty high security. And if so, I'll spend a quest point to use or to unlock my shapeshifting armor.
Oh, okay. Um, this does rely on thinking that Mary is going to stick with a strategic plan. I will say that.
Yeah, just if she thinks they're annoying, then she just stretches after. That's
Yeah,
pretty simple.
that's true. That's true. Well, it depends on if they piss her off or not. But
Well, then she'll
you
do it.
raise a solid point. Well, then at that point, you guys are playing Dynasty Warriors. That's the thing. So
Yeah.
we'll just see what happens because I believe that any of these outcomes could happen. It's a good
Yeah,
plan.
of course, I agree.
Mary hears you out, and she's like, "Okay, like I'm fine with that. Let's make an attempt." And you and him kind of split off. And you said you wanted to hide him, so I'm assuming you wanted to turn him into a weapon.
I want to turn him into a weapon and stow him on my person, and if the thing goes wrong, I'll shapeshift so that looks like I'm just like some person, generic.
Yeah. I'll say having Mary go first to get checked does have a decent chance of her getting really pissed off, but I will have her place her faith in you, and you will stow Riddle on your person, and you will kind of climb into a tree and start chilling, kind of take a seat and just watch. Roll Agi just to make sure that you don't get noticed.
Okay.
It does say you're back in the thing, by the way. I don't know if that's your
Yeah, it does.
computer or not.
I think I'm mostly back. I'm just
Okay.
making sure. Okay. Agi.
Okay, yeah, you're good. You're fine. You're chilling in the tree, and nobody really like catches you like sneaking up and getting to a vantage point. She begins to walk to the checkpoint, and you can't overhear like any of the things being said because it is decently far away. But you see the guards begin speaking to her, and you see, like, them start asking her questions, and her kind of like, rolling her eyes and stuff, obviously not liking the conversation. And we're gonna roll a little chaos die here. 1 to 33. She will, get angry and violent.
Sounds good.
34 to 66. She will make it past, angrily, but make it past and do the stretch and imply what's implied. Anything past 66, it's chill as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. You watch her talk to them for a little bit. She's a little bit annoyed. But then, like, they don't even begin to, like, try to check her or anything. She, walks past, makes it by, and you see her just kind of stop and like wait out there. As you get the inclination that it's probably pretty good, like pretty chill.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, do with that information what you will. What do you wish to do?
That's an interesting one. Good point. I guess I will. I'll invest the point anyway. It's useful for this entire endeavor if anything else comes up.
Yeah, I think that that's valid. I think that's a good decision. You have your leftover skill point. Put it into your what is it? The symbiotic armor.
Yeah.
You get symbiotic armor adept, and it gives your armor shapeshifting properties. And it also will give you I forget what the other thing is, but for now we'll just say gives your armor shapeshifting. I'll say minor shapeshifting properties just so we don't have to like ask
master
like
and, too.
Yeah. Minor shapeshifting properties. And you will lose your quest point that you have. Yeah, so you have that now. That's locked in.
All right. I will stow riddle on my person, shapeshift into. I guess I'll look around, see people who don't get checked very much, and like kind of look to which people they're looking for more. Like it seems like they're profiling, like let's say, adult males. I'm going to.
It looks
probably
more like they are checking. I guess it's somewhat on a whim, like people that just quote unquote look suspicious. They're generally not checking people who seem to either be well known, which wouldn't help you if she mentioned your name specifically. Or people that like look as if they have like some kind of position of honor, I guess. So like if you look like someone kind of noble or like somebody in the church or something, then it doesn't seem like they're checking those.
I'll turn into a paladin and I'll call myself Gallant.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. You will be able to shapeshift. I want you to roll wisdom.
Sure.
Just to see if it gets rid of absolutely everything that could tell them it's you or not.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because like obviously you still have the mask and stuff unless it's like really convincing. Ooh.
Well, yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, so you transform into this paladin. You look pretty different, especially wielding a blade, like wielding riddle. People don't know what he looks like as a sword, so it does look like you're wielding like some kind of holy living weapon, which is good for the the bit. But you do still have your chains wrapped around your body.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so if anybody takes note of these chains, then it might result in them still being able to notice you. Somebody that you think is able to like, that like watches people or anything, you think would like be able to tell us you like Reyna. You think if you like walked straight up to Reyna and started talking to her, she'd be able to tell it to you.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'll walk to the point.
Okay. I'm gonna roll 2 of these for separate things. Okay. You make it there, and one of the guards kind of like looks at you, and sees like your little like I guess it would be like a cloak or a cape that you have on that kind of has like a holy visage on it. It has like a cross across it. He looks at you. He's seen like a few different like religious figures get off the train to like make it past this area or to make it into the town. And he looks at you and he sees you and he's like, sorry, sir, you may pass. Like, he just doesn't even like attempt to check. He just has belief in you as a member of the church because he rolled really low.
Sounds good.
And
I pass
yeah.
by.
Yeah, and you make it through with about as little of a struggle as you could. For fucking funnies, we're gonna see if she takes note of this as you walk away. She would be on the other side, like where the train was, so she'd be like decently far away, but we'll see. No, she doesn't. You make it through, chill as fuck.
All right, I rendezvous with Mary.
Mm-hmm.
I'll stay in this form for a bit longer, just in case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as this happens, you guys begin making your way further. Just like, things went like kind of too well, like it's crazy. And you guys slowly make your way like down this path that kind of leads, like it's like an interconnected path between towns. It feels like it's like towns that are like decently close to each other. They might like trade a lot or something, so they have a path that leads between them. And so you begin traveling that way. And I'm not gonna have you fight little bitch mobs that exist here because you're but also because you're with Mary. So you make it to this town after a few hours of traveling, and you get there, and Riddle kind of begins to speak to you, and he's like, we should see if they have any carriages or vehicles around here.
Gotcha. Like a wagon.
Yeah.
I understand. I'll forward your message to Mary.
You tell Mary, and she looks at you, and she's like, I mean, I'm sure I could get us one. And you see her like kind of run into, like a large-ish building, like near the center of the town that you guys have just entered. And you see her run that way, and you guys kind of just decide to let it rock, see what she's able to come up with. And you see her like after 10ish 20 minutes, she hasn't come back yet, so you guys are like, oh, she must be really like trying to work a trade here. So if there's anything you would like to do in this town, you can. You do it.
All right, I'll go to the bar.
Okay, there is a bar here. It's like a tavern and bar. It's actually pretty large.
Okay.
You go in there, and you see that it's like kind of lively, probably due to all the people coming here from the trains being stopped and whatnot, and a lot of people being stuck here, not being able to go to work in like say the other town or something. And so you get in there, and it's very lively. You kind of walk up to the counter, and I guess, is there anything you're scouting for, or anything you want here?
I'd like to ask him if there's been anything strange in the area. I just passed through a town prior. It was swarming with guards, and I'm just afraid.
Yes. Anything peculiar other than the trains being stopped because of a recent hijacking? There have been I guess squads of scouts pretty far north near the walls that block out the chain lands.
I see.
Scouts for some sort of group. I don't remember what they call themselves, but they seem to be trying to find a way to open the gates of the chained lands.
Oh, these dire days indeed. Well, thank you so much for the information. If you could give me a cup of water, and then I pass him some money.
How much?
I will pass him 10.
Yeah.
Chip.
He'll give you some water for 10. Yeah, they got water here. I'll get you some water. Fine. And for the hell of it, we will say that, you guys have been traveling for a while. You're a little exhausted, so drinking the water kind of refreshes your mental a little bit. Your mental, you'll get that 20 mental that you need.
All right.
And after this conversation, you drink your water and then head out of the bar. And as you do, you see Mary walk out of walk towards you, as it seems like she has finally finished her conversation. And she was like, yeah, I told them that we needed a caravan of some sort to fight some monsters around here. So, I got us, I want to say like 4 wagons. 4 wagons and like a whole, like, they really, I guess my name has more power than I think it does sometimes, because they have like this whole, like, they got guards and stuff. So.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, might as well make a bunch of money on the way, I suppose.
Yeah. And you guys begin heading to this area where this caravan has begun being swiftly put together. You get the impression that Mary might have like promised a crazy amount of money for this without like for like free travel, without like really conversing about it.
I see.
But you're not in charge of the group's funds, so like it's not for you to care.
Guild treasury, not me.
Yeah, no, that'll piss Jericho off later.
Yeah.
And so you begin like traveling with this caravan. They have like a few guards with you, and you guys make it to the wall of the Chained Lands actually pretty fast. After, we'll say you traveled for like a day, because it is decently far north, but it's like pretty fast. And when you get there, I'm gonna roll a roll. Okay. When you get there, there is nothing too out of the ordinary. Although you can see that it appears like, the walls of the chain lands are so high up. They're super high up. But it does appear that there may be figures at the top of the chain lands, although they're not like looking down or anything. So obviously it's not like you're in danger or anything. But it does appear that there may be like people up there, which would be unusual because nobody goes up there.
I see.
And you can there you see like you follow the wall until you reach like a giant gate that has multiple chains across it. Obviously the gates to the chain lands don't open. You need special permission, and the doors can't be opened for long, otherwise the energy from the chain lands can seep out into the rest of the world, and people don't want that. But it can be open for like a small amount of time. So you guys reach this giant gate for the Chained Lands. And as you do, you feel a very large earthquake. Large tremors that seem to be emanating from within the Chained Lands. And as you hear like a large rumbling in the sky, you look up and you see the same thing that Lake and Chronos did earlier, the aurora breaking into fractal particles and whatnot.
I look towards Mary and I say, "Looks like it's welcoming us. Home sweet home."
You know, I like that. I like that that mindset. Meanwhile, you can see Riddle like kind of put his head in his hands and he's just like, fuck. Well, the gate was open last time I came through, so any idea how to open this shit?
I mean, just push it, right, Mary?
Yeah, I mean, in theory.
No, just push it. We're two strong individuals. It's sure to relent, like any door.
You know what? Roll strength. Roll strength. Crosswise. Your strength is high.
It
Very
is
high.
pretty high.
We're about to go strength for strength right now. Wow.
Low roll.
Wow.
What's that?
Whoa. Holy. Just being in the same region as Chronos fucks your
Yeah.
rolls.
Dude,
Wow.
that's crazy.
That's
Wow.
insane. I've never. Dude, you haven't rolled that bad since like session 3.
That's 3 1s technically. Like that's crazy.
You guys attempt to push this gate open and realize that it has some powerful magic reinforcing it that may not have been there in the past. So you try to push it and it like kind of repels your push. Kind of shocking both of you. And Riddle looks at both of you and goes, so is there like a problem or?
I wouldn't say it's a problem. I mean, I think the door needs to stay here is the problem. To be honest. How tall? I like walk a bit further from the gate. I look up to see how tall it is, and I kind of gesture towards Mary. I'm like, how long do you think it would take us to climb it?
Let me think. For both of you. It's gonna be some hard checks. But
Mm-hmm.
in theory, your climb is what, 52?
It sounds very likely.
It's about 300.
300.
It's
Yeah,
about
makes sense.
300. So you would have a few climbing checks. But realistically, it would be like shorter than it would be for most people. It would be like probably like 2 hours for you.
Gotcha. If I chain myself to Mary,
3
would
hours.
it be beneficial?
Chain yourself to Mary. She is stronger than you. Her climb would probably be about double yours, probably.
Because if either of us failed, the other could pull us back to the wall or something.
Yeah. You can do that and turn Riddle into a weapon to help him climb up because he's not a strength guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be fine. The problem is keeping up with Mary's pace.
It's fair. I mean, I'll just have to try.
Roll me strength.
All right.
And I will have her roll strength. I'll just have her roll your strength. That's fine. That's fine. You guys are able to begin scaling this wall. You turn Riddle into a weapon, and he like doubts the plan, but he's like, "Fuck it, we got no better options." And you begin climbing up. You two are chained together at this point. You actually managed to get a better head start than her, because you start off with a jump. It kind of pulls her up slightly, and she begins climbing after you. Go ahead and roll again.
That was whatever.
Well,
Yeah,
8
it would be
plus
100
100.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I almost rolled with a 1,000 bonus instead.
That'd be cool.
Luckily, yeah. Luckily, she begins getting past where you were, and you kind of like lose your grip slightly, and she's able to pull you. Roll strength endurance
Okay.
for like regaining your balance and whatnot.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Yep, that's totally fine. It's almost like it's 200 something. Imagine the check's 250.
What the fuck?
Dude, that'd be cursed. Yeah. You're able to regain yourself, begin climbing back up, keep kind of keeping up with her. You guys are kind of going back and forth, making sure that you don't pull too far ahead of one another. And you're about 100 meters up this wall now. You're about 150 meters up this wall now, actually. So we will have 3 more checks. Go ahead and roll strength. She barely passes hers and is able to keep you like steady. Go ahead and roll strength endurance. Last time yeah. I'm gonna say that's actually crazy because the cutoff is 230. Because it gets harder the more you're climbing. Yeah, you're able to regain yourself, continue climbing up. You're now 200 meters up. It would be real bad to fall right now.
Just chilling.
Yeah, I believe in it. Yeah, and you're able to pull her a little bit. You're able to make sure she's all right. We'll say since she only failed by like, I don't know, like 5. 150 is what the cutoff is there. Since she failed by that, I'll make her roll strength endurance. I'll make her just do the same rolls as you.
Yeah.
Just to keep it even. She actually does struggle to retain herself, so you roll strength endurance to make sure that you can like hold on and carry her weight. Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Because it was her fuck up, not yours, so I'm not gonna make your check harder on that. So yeah, you're chilling, you're able to like hold onto the wall and like maintain her weight while she like regains herself. And she begins climbing back up with you. Kind of shocked that she lost her grip like that. And you are now at 250 up. One more check for 300.
The Chronos buff.
Oh my fucking god. Alright, both roll strength endurance. This is a hard check.
No one is safe from Chronos. Not even the GM.
You are so lucky. It's 255 that you were looking for. You're able to catch yourself. And she is like almost able to catch herself. She kind of slips a little bit more, but she kind of like digs her hands into the wall and like starts slowing herself down with it, which hurts her a little bit, but she's able to regain it because you were able to maintain your balance. And you guys roll one more check. Locked in. That was scary, actually. Because if you would have rolled a 254 or lower, it's not looking good.
Yeah, but you know.
But you're like that. Even the power of Chronos cannot hoe you. You guys make it to the top of the wall. And as you do, you see, the pillar of light disappear in the sky and all the stuff that was seen earlier. And while you're up there kind of regaining for rest, you're like resting a little bit. I'm not saying you get a rest here because it's not like a full rest, but you guys are like taking a break because you just climbed 300 meters. You see some figures on the top of the wall like that you saw earlier. You see them begin moving towards you. It's like people wearing like armor and stuff walking towards you. That are like kind of patrolling the top of the wall. And they walk over to you guys, and people that you're assuming will initially be hostile, actually turn to you guys and go, "You climbed all the way up?"
Yeah, we knocked first, but nobody answered.
How did you? They like look down over the wall and then look back over you. As 2 of them, and they go, "How did you climb that? What?"
Sure, determination and grit.
Um, yeah, you're, Sir Crosswise, correct?
That would be correct, my fellow compatriot.
Our, boss wanted to speak to you, but, well, you kind of got tangled up in helping with this situation that's happening currently.
I see.
I mean, we were just on patrol here, because we've been sending out people past the wall. We found ways to get past the wall, and tried sending some people out. We're trying to see if we can claim any territory outside of the Northern Wind, because now that our leader, the warlord, she has started conquering a decent amount of the Northern Wind, she realizes that we're still not big enough to defeat them. And he like points to the floating island in the sky that is the floating city.
Of course. Yeah.
Actually, Crosswise,
Mhm.
it's very fortunate that we meet you here. You it would be a lot to. You're probably here for an important reason if you're climbing the wall, but the warlord, she has went to go help in a battle with a large majority of our troops. At the Library of Hiram.
I see.
And it's gotten a lot worse. So if an esteemed fighter such as you and her, and he points to Mary, who's like kind of sitting there like out of breath, like fuck. For you and her, it could maybe go help the warlord. That would be great. Understand if you're here for important business though, but it's getting really bad over there.
How far would you say it is out?
It is probably about. It's like probably a few hours journey east-ish from here. Few hours journey, maybe like or west rather. A few hours journey, well, a few hours, probably about 9 or 10 hours out, if you were to travel on foot.
I see. Well, I'll have to ask Mary. Unfortunately, it's not for me to decide. But I pat him on the shoulder real quick and I say, well, I'll see to it that we do what's best for you and your friend.
Of
Make sure.
course.
If,
I was gonna say, you're a legend around here now. You being not only the great Crosswise, but also as this is actually interesting because it's the first time you're gonna be able to understand your true name since you got your curse broken. But we also still recognize you as the Kingslayer, Tyrfing.
Yeah. Those were days long past, but your honeyed words aren't lost on me.
Well, we can show you guys how we get on top of the wall and get down so that you can you don't have to do what you just did down on this side.
I very well appreciate it. Thank you so much. Your name was?
Oh, my name was Lazarus.
Of course.
I'm actually pretty high ranking around here. It's the reason that I'm on patrol. Actually, I'm keeping watch not only of what happens on the outside, but also our main base is not too far from here.
I see. Well, it was great meeting you, Lazarus, and let me talk with Mary real quick, and I can get back to you on that mission.
Of course. And you go back over to Mary, who's still just sitting there, like kind of like leaned back against the part of the wall that she's against, and she's like, she's not breathing heavily anymore, like she's regained herself, but she's just like sitting there, like kind of in shock at the fact that it was actually difficult to climb.
Yeah, that's quite a terrifying wall. They need to build those better.
I
Um,
back
know,
in my prime, I could have jumped that. Getting
yeah,
old crosswise.
feel you. Back in my prime, I feel like I would have just stuck my feet into it like concrete and walked up.
Honestly, yeah. Yeah, I kind of resonate with that. Fuck. Okay, so I overheard what they were talking about. So, Riddle, what direction would this hideout you want to show us be in? And, Riddle, we'll say you untransform Riddle so you can speak.
Mm-hmm.
And he, kind of, like, looks at both of you, confused at, like, the type of monsters you are. And he scratches his head and looks over at her and looks over at you and goes, The passage is, probably... It's in the opposite direction of the library from here, but... I mean, it wouldn't take a crazy amount of time to get to the passage. It just... The amount of time from that traveling to the library would be far greater. Because it's probably only like 2 or 3 hours out from here by foot, but at that point, we're talking 12 to 14 hours of a journey to the library.
I see. Interesting. Well, I think there's merit in going to the library. Like, currying favor and having some allies could be of importance in the upcoming conflicts, especially when the season really starts up.
That is true. You saying that kind of makes Mary's eyes light up, and she like thinks about it for a second, and then she looks at you. She goes, "Oh my God, Crosswise.
Yes?
We're 2 days out from the start of the season. I forgot."
No worries. We'll win it.
No, oh no.
Just
What
have
if
to get-
somebody attacks our base while we're doing shit?
No, that won't happen. Eden's got it covered. Plus, Terminus knows how to do stuff.
Well, I meant Brunel.
I know, but like Terminus and I'm just having a forget the lazy guy.
Jericho.
Jericho. Jericho and Terminus are fine. Like they've got that settled. Like how much more work Jericho would have to do if like there was a problem at the base. Like he's not gonna let that happen.
That is true. That is true. All right. Well,
Plus, if they attack us, we could just attack their main base, and then we just swap seats.
just so I'm safe. Yeah, I guess that's true. Okay. Well then I say we head to the library
All right.
like you want
Well,
to.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I think this will be good for us. Like I said, if even if the worst happens and they attack, if we help the warlord, we could just turn her attention towards Brunel at that point.
Yeah.
We can go over there. Kind of buys us the extra time we need.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Guess Graham will have to wait.
You can wait a day.
And Lazarus kind of escorts you guys down from this passage, like via this like small passage that exists on the like far side of the wall. We'll say you guys travel about 20 minutes along the wall because it's huge. And get to a side of it that kind of actually has like stairs that have been carved in like semi recently. And you guys head down into their camp so you can get supplied before heading out to the library. As this occurs, Lemisk, are you there?
Miss, you're my only hope.
Lemisk. No, dude, he's not there.
Oh, he's there.
Oh, he's there.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Lemisk, you have just witnessed Osei attuned to this magic, and a large pillar of light kind of enraptured his body as he was frozen in stasis above the hole in the ground that the magic was stemming from for this ritual you guys were doing. And then you watched as he disappeared. Everybody in the crowd kind of takes note of this, and it's like kind of shocking to everybody, as you know that somebody is fucking disappeared. Somebody's not here anymore. And you know that's only happened with like one other person that was here so far. Everybody else either couldn't attune to the magic, or they got hurt, or were rejected, or what have you. And so a few people begin like talking amongst themselves before the next name gets called up to you know, for the next like person to test and attune their magic. And you and the other truth seekers that are here kind of sit through that, trying not to say or do anything after the disappearance of Osei. And after a few more people go, the ritual is over, and everybody is like surprised that Osei is still not back yet, or Bartholomew rather. But yeah, so eventually everybody is like, okay, the ritual has been completed. We go back into town, continue some festivities, and then you get to practicing some magic, and people begin to head out and spread their different ways. As this happens, the two members of the Truth Seekers that were here doing the ritual with you guys, Tower and Hierophant, walk over to you. And they look at you, and they like kind of whisper to you a little bit, and they're like, Lemisk, are you good?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I am good.
Okay. We have no idea what just happened to Osei, so even we, the
Yeah.
Truth Seekers, have no idea. So it's kind of scary.
Fear not. Osei is blessed, and he is wrapped in the light of the goddess of miracles.
Okay.
I
Well,
have no doubt in my mind that Osei will be back.
okay. Well, I believe in what you believe in. Anyways, Claremont. Me and Hierophant are going to meet with the rest of the Truth Seekers at the location on this island we previously designated. We would appreciate it if you could join us. And
I will, unfortunately, have to decline.
why
I'm
is
not going
this?
anywhere without Osei. I will stay right here until my nephew has returned. I have abandoned my family once before. I refuse to do it again.
Tower kind of looks at you, and he like shakes his head a little bit, and he goes, I'll tell World and the others. We'll try to see if we can stay here a little bit longer for you then. And you see Tower and Hierophant begin to walk away. because you will be here for a while, I don't think you need it, but in case you do, you can rest because you're here for a while. Waiting.
I'm gonna be at the place.
Yes. You will
I'm gonna
be
be
standing
standing
here.
still,
Yes.
with my arms crossed,
Yes. That's tough.
like a statue,
That's so tough.
waiting.
You will as you know, it reaches from the midday to like deep in the night. A world will appear before you, kind of out of a portal, somewhat. But it doesn't seem like the type of like time portal he normally does. But it seems like more like he got here quick to meet you. Lemisk, I heard from Tower and Hierophant that Osei was actually able to attune with the magic here.
Yes, it seems he has become one with the energies around here. Attaboy.
And you're certain you want to wait here for him?
I'm positive.
Okay.
I do apologize to you, world. I know your mission is something that one cannot ignore. However, he is my nephew. And I am his uncle.
I want you to roll me a raw D100. Imagine though. Oh, imagine though. Yes. Well, Lemisk, I will tell you this now. I. You know, I think this could either be really good or really bad. I told you before about how I'm able to track points in time and certain people at points in time. There are certain things that cause me to lose that ability. It is either a really good sign or a really bad sign. But when I heard what happened, I tried to track Osei, but I couldn't. Now, whether that is because of something that is good news or something that is bad news, I can't tell, because I couldn't track him. But for all the faith you have in him, if he's as capable as you think he is, then me losing track of him is a very good thing. This being said, Lemisk, I will give you the rundown of the meeting that I had with the rest of the Truth Seekers earlier. Some of them have chosen to stay here out of respect for you and Osei. Others have left to fulfill their own missions. But I did get to meet with Judgment earlier. He wasn't able to be here, but was able to meet with him through portals. And Judgment is heading into what could be his final battle. Depends on what timeline we're in, of course. But he, there's a good chance he will be meeting up with friends of yours. If that happens, then regardless of if Osei returns here or not, your help will be needed from them. When the time comes, I will let you know. Or, if Osei returns, then he'll let you know. I guess. But I have faith in you, Lemisk. You seem capable, and I've met Osei enough times to know that he's capable. So, and he sits down and takes his seat right next to you and begins meditating. As you two kind of talk about, the passage of time, memories you have. You two have very real conversations while waiting for Osei's return. Now, the man of the hour, Osei, since people are waiting on you. Osei, are you there?
Mhm.
You are on this island. You tried, you spoke to the Witch King, the first Witch King, when you first got there, and she opened her mouth and her words appeared as thoughts in your mind. But she seemed surprised that you were able to withstand her magic. So, I want you to roll wisdom as she speaks to you again. As you take in the view around you, the infinite skyline that exists before you on this still island. Yep, you can understand her words. She opens her mouth, and you hear thoughts in your mind that say, I am surprised that you were capable of not only withstanding yourself here in this space, but also from withstanding my magic upon entry. Who are you, young witch?
Who am I? Kind of looks at his hands, and then he kind of like shakes them a little bit, touches himself a little bit. I don't know. Am I even really here?
Oh, you're here, Osei. You're definitely here. You are in a world between worlds, so to speak. Your physical body is here, your spirit is both here and not, which is what surprises me about you. Your spirit must be very strong. But I have to ask, how the hell did you end up here?
Well, he looks around. I am trying to figure that out myself. I was summoned at the place where all the other witches were at. And I guess the magic, it called to me. I felt its presence.
Called to you? Where did this
I'm
magic
here.
stem from? Because if this magic stemmed to you, I should ask, which world did this magic stem from? Did it stem from the world you live in or the underworld?
First thought in my mind is the world I came from. However, I'm not 100% sure.
Interesting. Well, I guess I can work on an assumption here. Well, I guess I can test something real quick. And she will, or you will roll wisdom, actually. Roll me wisdom. You can detect that she is surrounded in some form of mysterious magic that you cannot make out. Like, it doesn't feel like any magic you felt before, you've studied, anything like that. However, roll me dex. Different check. Nope, you can't make out anything about the energy surrounding her other than that it is strange. It is like a magic you've never felt before. And you can detect this around her, and it's actually somewhat resonating throughout the entire island. As it stands now, it's actually kind of hard for you to contain yourself here. Like, it's hard for you to like keep like standing. Almost as if like the magic itself has weight to it. And roll endurance. You do stand. You are able to withstand it, even despite how difficult it is. This magic does weigh down on you, and you can feel that it's very physical in nature. But you are able to continue standing and face her still. To which she kind of like reels back a little bit, and she looks kind of like impressed. And she starts nodding her head a little bit, and then looks at you. And then you can, while you're looking at her, she all of a sudden disappears and appears right next to you, and kind of like starts looking at you, kind of like, looks around, starts checking your hands for like magic and stuff, and then she touches the scarf. And upon touching the
Can
scarf,
he
oh yeah,
can he instantly grab her hand?
for touching the scarf.
Yeah.
You know what? For Aura, I will allow it. You grab her hand as she begins to touch the scarf, and just before she's able to even get her hand on it, she can like feel the magical, like, presence emanating from it. As you tighten your grip around her wrist, and she kind of looks at you, and she goes, "I don't intend on harming the scarf. I just wanted to see where your magic stemmed from."
I want to see where your intent is stemming from.
You know what? You raise a solid point. And she kind of looks at you and then looks down in her hand, and she's like, "Are you gonna let go so that I can like get my hand back?" Or
Oh. He untightens the grip and lets go.
she like
Sorry.
reels her arm back, and she like kind of shakes her hand a little bit. She's like, "Ah, fuck."
My
And
apologies.
she looks at you and she goes, "Okay, the scarf is obviously very important, but I see that you channel your magic through it. Well, it's more like your magic stems from your body, but is expelled through the scarf. You must have a great attachment to it."
Yes,
Well,
you could say that.
you said that you resonated with some kind of magic when you got here, right? Or that's
Indeed.
what led you here? Yes, it would seem that magic does in fact stem from the underworld, as you would call it. Osei, I don't know what it is that has caused this, but the world, the true world, has called for you. For some reason, the magic deemed you worthy.
You be worthy?
Yes. So, let me ask you this. Did that magic... Have you ever come in contact with a man by the name of Lapidus? Even tangentially?
I see a shocked look on his face, and then he turns to a normal expression. Yes, I have.
Okay. Then that would explain it. That would mean
I'm
that...
assuming you have prior knowledge about this, about Lapidus.
Yes. I am the first Witch King, after all. The direct student of Lapidus. Well, that's a long story. There's a lot to talk about with that. But what you need to know is the reason that you ended up here. The same reason I was trapped here. I am not allowed to die. I am neither living nor dead. My spirit is held in contempt here on this island in the abyss. Osei, I exist here as punishment. Divine punishment. I was trapped here by Solomon. Because I learned directly under Lapidus. I learned how to master dream magic. But what's interesting, Osei, is that I am the last of my kind. I am the last witch that truly knows dream magic. So, the interesting thing with that, Osei, is that the implication is that somehow, some way, after thousands of years, somebody has been able to attune to dream magic again. That could be very good, or that could be very bad. I don't know how things are in the world. What I do know is that you were chosen, it would seem. Osei, upon this being stated, the island you are on begins to give way to the true vision of the place that you are in. You are in an infinite, sprawling abyss. Osei, you and her. You are in an island that exists outside of the confines of the world. Osei, when you look ahead, you see the passage of time not make sense in the island that you're at. It seems her being able to truly speak to you, with you being able to understand her words without it being perceived as thoughts, but to actually converse with her, has caused you to kind of begin perceiving the actual reality of the area you're in. It is an infinite sprawling abyss. The island is real, but nothing else here is. Time does not move normally. It is both day and night simultaneously. And upon hearing the mention of dream magic, upon thinking about the fact that you have tangentially interacted with Lapidus through Lake, you are reminded of the time in the tower when you finally activated your resonance for the first time. When you entered the almost Avatar-esque state that gave you the power to be able to kill Gilgamesh and the monster that had taken Trist's body. And it all kind of starts to click a little bit. You understand why it is that your magic is able to cleanse. Upon thinking about the fact that you come from a tribe of witches that And you come from a tribe of witches that you never knew. Your guild was made of a bunch of witches from other guilds that just needed a place to stay, a bunch of misfits, a bunch of outcasts. You never had a true witches guild. Nobody knew where your telepathy stemmed from. They just knew it had something to do with spirits, which was very rare. But this all kind of clicks in your mind as the mention of Lapidus and dream magic is brought up to you by her. She then goes on to explain, now that you are able to truly perceive the area you're in. She begins to explain that it was the choice of the underworld that you were to be capable of dream magic, which means that Solomon is growing weaker. It also means that there are too many dreamers. She looks at you, Osei, and she goes, "Tell me, on the surface, in the world of the living, in the physical world, have new dreamers begun to be born?"
Indeed. There's quite too many, it seems.
Too many. That is unfortunate. Osei, you interest me. How you were able to be sent to this space removed from time, and yet still be alive. I am but a spirit, but I am damned to wander here. But you, Osei, you are in a physical body. I ask of you, Osei, one question. Would you wish to go on a spirit walk with me? You might be able to learn something.
Yes. I would love to.
Okay. And as she says that, you two begin, meditating, and you activate your, once latent ability, now an evolving ability, the Spirit Walk. And it allows you to go on a spirit journey with her in this space between worlds. And here you begin to, astral project almost as you feel your physical form slowly dissipate around yourself. You begin walking with her into this endless, expansive abyss that exists in front of you as you feel lessons learned from other witches who have died with the knowledge of dream magic surrounding you in this infinite abyss. It seems that she has been imprisoned in a hell made of the spirits of those who learned the same magic as her. And you hear no words, you hear no pleas for help, you hear nothing. It is still. However, you feel their energy around you kind of absorb into you, into your scarf, and disperse themselves within your spirit. While walking with her eventually, she looks to you and she asks, if you believe in, if you believe that your soul is truly pure. Do you believe, Osei, that you are truly pure?
Well, being pure comes with a cost. One that's far too greater for me to handle. I only chase being pure. But I myself, I'm not sure. Maybe I belong in the middle. Maybe I don't belong to be pure. However, I do whatever I think it's best. Not for myself, but the people around me. And if that helps me become more pure,
Osei,
well,
your spirit is very strong. I feel it. It connects to other spirits and uses their energy to surround itself in power. That is beautiful, Osei. And I like your answer. I do. Because dream magic is not about one's self being pure, it is about the intent of using the magic that is pure. It often requires people that are actually very muddied to wield it properly. Lapidus, for example, one of the original dreamers. He was no saint, but his magic was pure. Osei, I will ask you a question, and we will see if you are truly fit for this right now or not. There will be no roles.
yes.
There will be no... There will be no roles. There will be no will of the universe. There will be no divinity. Your words right now will shape your path. I ask of you, what is the thing that you wish to do most right now?
Great question. Hmm.
If you could use magic to create an outcome for yourself in this very moment, what would you do?
Well, I don't believe that I can change the wrong things I've done. However, with the world like this, whatever my fate is, I choose to use my power to shape whatever my intentions are. And my intentions are, they're not for, as you mentioned, to be pure. They're simply put for the people that I love and care, the people that I fight for, the universe around me, the travels that I've visited, the people, the communities. I fight for them, nothing more but them.
And you would fight at the sake of yourself?
My life is meaningless if it isn't for them.
You are bold, Osei. Very bold. I want you to, while you are not in a physical form, I don't know if a physical form could handle the amount of power that's about to flow into you right now. I am going to give you a drop of my remaining magic. And I want you to imagine what you might use that amount of power for right now while you have no power on the world of the living. If you are capable of being a dreamer, then it will heed your call. And you will create your own reality. If you are not capable of it, you will be regranted your physical form here and now. And we will have to find some way to get you back. So, Osei. And she puts her finger to your scarf. I'm assuming you're not gonna try to stop her this time.
Mhm.
She puts her finger to your scarf, and you feel a slight tinge of magic in the scarf, and then it flows into you, and it's like the you remember when Zoro took like the drop of Luffy's pain? That's
Yeah.
basically what happens to your soul. Your soul feels like it's getting split apart, but you're like able to withstand it. And she now says to you, after you have withstood her magic, she goes, "Now, I want you to envision some use for that magic from where we are right now. If your use is deemed pure by the magic if the magic deems you pure when you cast it, then it will be done. If not, then I already told you that we're done here."
Thank you. Whatever happens. Thank you.
So, Osei, what would you like to do with this drop of magic? This drop of dream magic that exists? What would you like to attempt to do right now?
Okay. Um, I guess according to her words, if we attempt to use it, uh, guess maybe could you infuse it into anything, or
Um, and
what
what?
could you possibly do with this?
So the thing about dream magic is it is quite literally you can dream it. So if you can attempt to envision a use for it that is deemed worthy, it will allow you to use it. But if not, then you will be
Oh,
deemed not worthy, as it currently stands.
okay.
It will require entering, like, when used, you'll enter your resonance, you'll enter your avatar state, your scarf will start glowing, your key will expend everywhere. So, we'll see. What would you want to do with this right now? At the, I'm sure you can tell, edge of the world. Except to you, you don't see the other side. You don't know that there's a world over there. You're just in the infinite expanse that exists.
Hmm.
You can do anything right now. What would you do?
Well, in Osei fashion, hmm, I guess.
Give you a little puzzle to solve.
Hmm,
This is the same thing as what happened with Lake. It's, does bro even deem you worthy to get the chance? That's exactly what's happening right now.
Okay. Hmm. A drop of the dream magic.
Yep. You get one use of dream magic to do any one thing currently.
Guess Osei would like to do, if he were to use this dream magic right now,
Mm.
he would like to write a poem to all of the people in the world.
What would you like the poem to be about?
He would like it to be about
Because I like this idea a lot. I like this idea. I'll say it. That kind of tells you what way this is leaning, but I like that idea.
he would like to write about the power of love.
All right, Osei. Osei, after getting this drop of dream magic infused into him, thinks for a moment. He ponders. He looks the first Witch King in her eyes. The first Witch King looks at him and goes, kind of like waiting in anticipation to see, and sees Osei pull out a book, the book of poems and art that he has. And she kind of raises her eyebrow and looks at him and watches as he pulls out a pen and begins putting it to the paper, and watches the very words getting written down infuse with the magic she bestowed within him. Watching the magic flow onto the paper, not just one drop, but as an entire sequence of dream magic written into paper, set in stone, set as universal law. As he looks upon the infinite horizon in front of him, he sees this black and purple, and yet also light blue and kind of starry visage in front of him, this infinite abyss, this hellish energy that surrounds him from those who originally knew dream magic that have been damned to live here as souls forever. He takes in all of that, and he puts down on the paper, describing the scenario that he's in, a poem speaking about how, despite the situation he's in and despite the experience that exists here, he has been able to conquer his fears and conquer those who have stood before him with the love and appreciation that he shows for not just humans, not just living beings, but for the world around him. For if there were no world, there would be no art to be made, and life and art are inherently inseparable. And upon writing this down, a beacon of light shoots from the pen he is using to write down these words, as she kind of like is astonished and looks upon him and realizes that the magic has indeed chosen him. Lemisk, or actually, as this happens, you see the light encapsulate around yourself as your physical form regains itself, and as you begin walking deeper into the abyss while still writing the poem, as you are being encapsulated in dream magic as we speak, you get your call from Lake. You get your message from Lake. It rings in your mind, and you send him a message back. The reason you were able to respond in the first place is because of right now. As you send the message back to Lake, feeling his tether on the other side, the other end of the abyss you are staring down, the light from your pen encapsulates yourself, your entire spirit, your entire soul, your entire body. And you you look back to where the first Witch King was, and she is no more. She is no longer there. You feel words from her echo in your mind, and can't help but realize that the form of her you had seen is the form your mind had given her. In fact, she's been gone for a long time. Her magic was just so strong that it lived here still. As this beacon of light encapsulates you, Lemisk and world, sitting there, dead of night, see a twinkle from a star in the sky as a beacon of light descends down upon the hole that stands in front of them, the giant hole in the ground. And as this happens, it erupts in a huge fucking diaspora of different colored lights. This prismatic feel as Osei appears before both of them. And World opens his eyes from his meditation and looks to Lemisk. And he goes, well, I guess you were right. Unbelievable.
You know, I've been through some impossible situations. And one thing I know about my nephew is that if I can survive the impossible, so can he. Welcome back.
Welcome back, Osei.
Friends, comrades, thank you. Hopefully, I didn't keep you waiting.
Nope,
No.
not at all.
Honestly, no. Osei. So, I can no longer track you. Does this mean that you are, well, I guess that's kind of a stupid question, isn't it? It's good to have you back,
Changed.
Osei.
Kind of looks at his hands. I feel something is different. And I've learned a lot of things in that realm.
You,
But I'll have to tell you about it another time.
you don't feel too dissimilar from your friend Lake now. Well,
Speaking of which,
hmm?
I made him a promise.
Promise.
We need to go find him.
Do you know where he is?
Yes. In the Chainlands.
In the Chainlands. Judgment's heading there.
Judgment.
Yeah. There's a Osei. They're waging war in the library.
The library.
Yes. I have a suspicion that your friends may be heading there as we speak.
Oh, no.
If they're in the Chainlands. Okay. Here's the deal. I want you two to rest for the night. While me and the rest of the people here charge up enough energy to get a portal running to get you two to the Chainlands. When you get there, I want you to see if your friends are there. If they are, great. But no matter what, I want you to meet with Judgment. When you do, he is going to want some words with you, Lemisk. But for now, you rest. And I am gonna be honest, Osei, I thought you died. I may have disrespectfully doubted you. But Lemisk gave me the courage to believe in you, so
Thank you. And then he goes up to him and tries to shake his hand.
he he rescinds the handshake, and upon doing so, you see like a gold flash in his eyes. As he kind of like his time powers are activating. You've seen it before, and like his eyes dilate and flash bright gold before he like kind of reels back a little bit and realizes why he's not able to track you anymore. And he goes, "No way." Huh. Holy shit, we might actually win. Oh, sorry, breaking character. We might actually win this. Damn. Well, Lemisk, I guess you were right to have faith in him. You got yourself a bona fide dreamer. Wow.
Yeah, nephew, you do look. Your shoulders a little bit more broader.
Yeah, you kind of look like you went through the Dawn Guy training a little bit.
I know that reference.
Do I?
Yeah, a little bit. Wow. Well, we'll go ahead and start getting the energy ready for that portal. We have other things to attend to in the world, so unfortunately, we will probably only be able to send one person with you. But, we'll have enough energy for 3 people to go. So, that'll be fine. I have different, timelines I need to check, unfortunately, so I cannot be the other one to go with you. But, we'll decide that when the time comes. For now, you two rest, especially you, Osei, considering that you probably went through something crazy. Considering.
Osei walks up to Lemisk and then he hugs him. Thank you, comrade. I felt your prayers down below.
I
You
give
believed in
my
me.
nephew a big hug. Hug him back.
And
Yeah.
as they have their heartfelt reunion and get ready to rest, we will end the session. I am sorry you did not get that much content this time, Lemisk. There was a section planned with you, but then you decided to take the hardest possible option, which was I'm waiting for him right here. That was hard as fuck.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
That it was aura. It was for a character.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
honestly, I mean that's actually especially sick because there's a chance that like he doesn't. There's actually a decently high chance if he answers wrong, like with Lake when he was doing the nightmare thing. If let's say answers or does anything wrong there, he just doesn't get the dream magic and doesn't get warped back, and you like actually have to wait like days for him.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking like we'll just do this whole. I'll be fasting. I won't eat.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a whole thing. It's gonna be a
I
whole
honestly
thing.
thought there was like a high chance that he might have done something wrong, but when he said he wanted to infuse the magic into a poem, I was like, yeah. I was like, he got it. He got it. So yeah, good shit. Wow.
W's.
Huge.